Hey guys, Andy here. I've been using the Gear 360 for about 2 or 3 weeks now. Taken it to a few different events, had quite a lot of opportunities to use it, so I thought I'd do my review video to let you know my thoughts on it. To start off with, I suppose, I think it's a very well-made device. It feels very solid. It doesn't feel, you feel like you could probably drop it, and as long as it didn't land on the lens, you might be okay, and it would survive. It's that solid. I like the button placement. They all seem quite natural for taking pictures and video, and then the settings and power on the side. The screen can be a little small when you're out and about and trying to see. I mean, right now I can see that just fine, that it's on video, but it can be a little tricky to see, like the icon in the corner there. I would like that to have been big. I'm not that bothered. I can fit 20,000 more photos on my memory card. I would rather have it more visible what mode I'm in. The memory card itself goes in nice and easy at the side, no problems there. Excuse me. I like that it is USB Type C, sorry. Although I couldn't quite tell if my actual main phone charger, if it was charging, so I've been using it plugged into the PC most times to charge it up. I suppose I should have gone back and checked, really, sorry. But yeah, it's nice design. It's quite small. I think it's smaller than last year's version, and goes nice and easy in the pocket. I do like the little pouch that you get with it, with the drawstring that works very well. You can't come out of there by mistake, really. I didn't use the rubber ring, so that should loop through the thing there. I only used it when I had this on my motorbike, because I thought, well, actually, let's have it anchored to something just in case the mount should come off. It's still anchored. There's quite a lot of give in that, so it was quite good to be able to stretch it over parts of the handlebar. In theory, you sit the camera in the ring and it gives it a bit more stability. I would recommend you get some other form. So I bought myself, I don't know if we'll be able to see, it's a selfie stick really, but it's one of those, it sort of twists and it extends so that I can stand there holding it way up in the air and get some nice aerial footage. And that came with this stand, which this will screw into nice and easily. And that's quite stable as well, like that. But also, what I found quite valuable was separating your hand from the lenses a bit more. So if you're holding that and you're pressing the button, actually your fingers look quite big in the video. But if you can hold the bottom of that and hold it up, you don't really notice it. So that's a recommendation from me. So I mentioned they did do one last year, the 2016 version. This was slightly bigger head. Interestingly, the new camera does worse stills, lower resolution stills, but better resolution video than 2016. Not quite sure how I feel about that. I mean, I guess it's okay. I guess I mainly want it for videos, but there we go. One thing I kind of decided as well, that walking around and filming wasn't a good idea. I'm watching most of these back in my VR headset, and actually it can make you feel a little bit ill when you walk. The camera's being walked around, and also I realised that normally if I'm doing bits of film on my camera, I kind of have almost like a rule that I do at least 5 seconds of video. Otherwise, it's kind of why you're bothering, I suppose. But with the 360, I figured that actually you need longer. People are going to be looking around at what's going on. 5 seconds is too quick. They're just spinning around to see something, and then it's gone again. So I was trying to do kind of at least 12 seconds at a time, trying to just generally, but at the same time you feel a bit of an idiot just standing there holding this thing up in the air for 12 seconds. People looking at you a little bit weird. So let's look at how you actually kind of encode the footage, because it is a bit of a pain doing it through the app if you've not got a Samsung phone. It's possible, but you need to do a bit of hacking. Well, not hacking, but installing apps that have been hacked. But it can be done without that, just by taking the memory card out and putting it into your computer. So here we can see these are the files as they come off the memory card, and you literally see the two different lenses and what they see, I suppose, and kind of the black border around those. You can download some specific Gear 360 software, Gear 360 Action Director, powered by Cyberlink, which is interesting because of the software, or the people that make the software that I use for video encoding, so it's all quite familiar. As you drop the file in, you'll see it starts to encode. Well, I say encode, sorry, it's not encoding, it's stitching at this point. So if you drop a photo in, it's done pretty quick. You can right click on that file and select Open File Location. I've already got it open up here. So we can see it's stitching across. Now bear in mind this is a 13-second clip. It's taken a fair bit of time. If you've got like 3 minutes or something of footage, it takes a very long time to encode it. Now you can see it's sort of filling the whole view. It looks very weird obviously at this point, but this is the stitched together version. You can see the stitch there quite clearly. So once you've done that, we can just see here that they're actually quite similar file sizes. So 13 seconds are both kind of the mid 30 megs on file size, so not much changes from one to the other. So as I mentioned, I use Cyberlink software. PowerDirector 15 has support for 360 video. Actually, I bought it specifically because I needed one. I was using 14, but 15 is the first one that supported 360 video. So then you drop in your stitched video, and you can drop it onto your timeline, and then you can basically edit it like you would any other sort of bit of video. You can trim them, you can move them about, you can cut them, and of course you can add sort of titles, texts. You can do transitions. It's much the same as if it was a regular 2D video, basically, all within what is perhaps your usual video editing software. So it's quite hard for me to show you what things look like in the sort of 360 way, so I'm just going to show you in my browser basically. Now, right, there's one interesting point. That's a 360 photo. It looks like it's upside down. When you click for it to actually kind of put it out there, it's the right way around. So there is some weird thing that it does with the, I don't know if it's the gyro in the camera. There's a few people I've seen on the internet reporting that it happens. You have to literally just, you can right click on a file, rotate left, so that it's upside down, but then when you upload it, it's actually the right way around. So here we are. This is at Brands Hatch at American Speedfest. And this is kind of the issue. It is a bit blurry. It's not fantastic. Oh look, who's that handsome fellow? If you're comparing it to the quality of a camera phone, you're going back 4 or 5 years probably to get this sort of quality. Zoomed out, I don't think you really notice, and I think it's a fantastic all around. Even if you look down, look, you can't even see the little stand thing that I'm holding. I think it's really quite clever. You can't particularly, so I guess the stitch is going to be somewhere in that bit, I think. Can we see the stitch? Because normally I'm facing that way, therefore 90 degrees to the right should have the stitch, but I can't really see it. So yeah, it doesn't look great when you zoom in. That looks quite bad quality, but when you come all the way back out, it's not too bad. That's kind of what I've been waiting for with the 360 cameras, is for there to be the higher resolution that it looks okay, I suppose. This one it is the right way around, look. And you don't really get the effect. I don't feel you get the effect. It's great that obviously you can look around and look at whatever you like, but it's just such a different experience when you're doing it in a VR headset. So let's have a look. So you can hear, I don't know if you could hear, there's a bit of wind noise there. So again, you can kind of rotate around. Do you see what I mean about you've got to give people a lot of time to spin around and look at different things. Some weird, that's the video screen across the way. So that's a nice long shoot. Look, see that kid, like, look, what's he doing? There's me standing there like Statue of Liberty. And again, so the quality, it's not great, but again, for a 360 camera, I think that's pretty good. Skip out a little bit. Oh, much the same place. Again, people looking at you like you're a bit of a weirdo. That's fine. That's what else did I bring up here? Right, so there's a bit of Comic Con. You can see there putting titles and text into the video. Again, works out a lot better in a VR headset. So this footage is indoor. This one I just left it sitting on a bin. Why don't I just leave it? I'm somewhere around here. There I am. Look. So it's indoor. The lights obviously is still quite good, but it's lower than that Speedfest footage. There's motion at my front door. It's quite weird not having to actually point the camera at things. So literally there's this, you know, these little lightsaber fights started up, and you whip the camera out, and you kind of, you know, you just don't even have to think about where it's pointing. You can just stand there holding it up in the air and let the viewer decide what they want to look at. So again, you can see the stitch there. Look, so can we follow that? So the stitch, I'm fairly sure, it's coming down somewhere through there. But I mean, I don't know. I think that's very good. There, is that it there? I don't know. It's very good. So, well, there you are. Hopefully that's, like I say, if you've got a VR headset, I'll try and put links, or there'll be some way to get to these videos from this review, because that's actually my personal YouTube channel. But that should hopefully give you a bit of an idea. So my conclusion, I think it's a good price. Only, was it $2.19? That's not bad. It's not crazy money. It's sort of, I'll give it a go type area. The quality, we're getting there. I think maybe it's still a few more years away from being where I would really want it to be. And that would perhaps be the reason I might say that you might want to hold off, you might want to wait. It depends how much into new tech you are and this kind of gadget thing. I do love how simple it is, because I used to like taking photospheres with my phone, but the whole moving around and then doing, I mean, people would look at you funny then, let alone standing there with and this is great. You can just go pick and it's just taking that photo of everything around you in that snapshot. It's a little bit hard work if you haven't got a Samsung phone, if you want to manage it through the phone. You don't have to though, because as I've shown, it's quite easy just to use it from the memory card into your computer. And it is a very well made, very cute looking little camera. So to me, the only drawback perhaps is the quality. You might want to wait a couple more years. Otherwise, yeah, really good device, really good camera, really good price point, really well made. There you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. My name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.